excited today because we are doing this fantastic video collab with Christina Mychas from what used to be Style Apotheca. You probably already know Christina. She's got this amazing new website and you're rebranding, right? To kind of minimalist-ish?
I would say, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Hey guys, minimalist-ish.
I've learned so much already from Christina's channel about mindful spending. She does some really great decluttering videos. Also a lot of shop your closet, which is great. Disassociating yourself from needing a specific piece in order to achieve a certain look or a certain personal style, which is right up my alley, our alley, I guess you could say. So I'm so excited that we've got you here with us. Yay!
Yay! Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Yes, we vibe on many different wavelengths.
So many levels, yes. And we've been wanting to do this for so long, but we've got like two really cool looks today. I'm so glad that you like them. And we're going to be recreating these two looks. So that's what we're talking about here on my channel. But as I mentioned, Christina has another video on her channel featuring the both of us. We're styling some pieces in her closet. Definitely go check that video out on Christina's channel. In case people aren't familiar with your channel, which I will leave all of her details in the description so that you can go find her. But Christina, can you just tell us, I guess, how would you describe your personal style, first of all? And like, how did you get from, because your website is called Minimalist or Minimal-ish, how did you get from going like more from an extreme side of minimalism to where you're at now? Because I've been following your journey.
It's been a wild ride, I would say. 2 or 3 years in the making now, but I essentially started off as like a full-blown shopaholic. I was in over $120,000 of student loan debt, basically like just trying to shop my pain away. But I also love fashion too, so I was just like this push and pull all the time, and I was just like really sick of it, so I decided to like make a commitment to get out of debt and really just get a handle on my consumption and my shopping habits because it was just completely out of control. So kind of within that, I like started budgeting. I started learning about money because money is so tied to fashion in many ways, and our shopping behaviors and habits are so tied to that. I really sort of started to explore that, and within that started to declutter and like discovered minimalism and was trying to find like more with less. And the reason I say I'm minimalist-ish now is because I definitely took it too far. I was really focused on having this like perfect capsule wardrobe, trying to fit a certain mold that I thought would bring me that like peace and security and happiness that I was looking for. But really, I found that it wasn't like I was just as miserable on that spectrum of minimalism as I was on the extreme side. I really think it's all about balance, and I really learned that it's okay to love fashion and to enjoy it. And I think at the end of the day, we all have to be a consumer at some point. So it's about developing those tools and those habits to do it as consciously and responsibly and like within a realm of our financial health to keep it healthy as much as we can.
Oh my God, you're so wise. Yeah. This is why your channel is so valuable. I like everything you said. I especially like how open you are about the mental health aspect of all of this and like the psychology almost behind spending and why we do things, and like how you were talking about like shopping your pain away. I just think so many of us do this. Shopping, our consumption of fashion is so emotionally triggered, and I know you talk about that too, identifying your triggers and tracking them. I love it. I think it's so smart.
Thank you. What I was trying to do for so long was just say no to myself all the time, and I don't think that it really harbors this like scarcity mindset and this like feeling of like I shouldn't want this or I shouldn't have this, when really I think there's just ways that we can approach these things mindfully and enjoy life, enjoy fashion a little bit more without going broke and feeling guilty about it in the process. So that's kind of what I'm exploring now.
I think everything in moderation is like the key. I think that's why I love these shop your closet things so much, is that, and also kind of the direction you're taking now, it's almost reframing, and it's like, okay, where, rather than focus on what I can't have, the scarcity mindset, instead it's like, well, look at everything I do have. Like, this is great. Okay, so Christina and I have these two looks, which we've chosen. This first look, I think both of us can really, like, it's very much both of our vibe. It's a little bit minimalist, but there's some really interesting proportions. There's a really high contrast, so it's got a little bit of edge, which I think both of us like. And normally before I shop my closet, I kind of pick out the elements of style that I really like. But I'm curious to know, Christina, like, what was it about this look that you liked?
So right away, what stood out to me was the layering and like the slouchiness of it all. And I'm actually just looking at it now. I didn't realize she's got yellow or like orange flats on. I had just realized that now. So I'm actually really, I love that it's like very monochromatic and basic and almost timeless in a way. Well, I think it's also very modern in like the proportions and the sizing and stuff. Throwing in like the little pop of color too. Very chic, very effortless.
Like I like how it's got such a mix of styles too. Like we talked about proportions, like these big, like two more voluminous pieces, and actually the shorts look pretty like A-line as well, which was really interesting. But then it's all kind of juxtaposed by that little very ladylike pop of color flat. So I think that's really interesting. I'm in Portugal and I have like a relatively limited closet.
She's got a capsule wardrobe going
got
on.
a capsule, okay. Yeah, got a little capsule. So I have these linen black shorts. They're a little bit shorter, so we might lose that like wider proportion on the bottom. I don't have a striped sweater, but what I was gonna do for the top, instead of taking a plain white button up, I was gonna incorporate the stripes with this one, and I thought it would look cool. The half zip is like very athletic, okay? I wear this on my runs.
I love it.
It's like, that's all I have. Yeah. So I was gonna
We're improvising. This is what it's all about.
This is what it's all about. I think for the shoes, I would do these slingbacks. Because they're like ladylike and,
those are gorgeous.
Dainty. So that's what I'm going to try. What about you?
Well, I don't have any shorts. I have one pair of shorts.
Great.
I have a pair of denim shorts. But we're also doing winter wear because it snowed yesterday here in Toronto. So I also have a half zip, and I feel like that's like the main element of the look there. I feel like that's really the statement piece. But I mean, like if you don't have a half zip, you have like a striped shirt or like how you're using your athletic piece, if you have a zip up jacket or hoodie or something. I don't know. Like I feel like there's so much that you can do to get that layering. Don't focus too much on the half zip if you don't have one.
Yeah,
but
looks great.
I do. And it's black, it's not striped, so that's something that's a little bit different. And then I just have this plain white Oxford button up. So the way I would style this, I noticed that she has it buttoned all the way up, which I think is like a really cool little detail. I thought that I would just pair it with just my black wide leg trousers. I'd probably just wear a Converse sneaker with it. Because for me in my everyday,
I think that's really cool because and I'm so glad you mentioned the little collar button up because that's something I often talk about is like the little styling tweaks, and it's such a small detail but it can make a really big difference. And I'm just wondering, I think also your choice of Converse is great because it's like it's still mixing styles. I would be so curious to see your crazy blue boots.
Oh yeah, we could also do that too. So, I mean, my sort of idea with this was like, this is something that I would definitely wear every day, or I could wear to work looking more business casual, that type of thing. But what makes it very casual is the layering and kind of how slouchy and undone it almost looks. So I would like kind of almost add to that. Like it's kind of like undone at the top, and then I'm doing like nicer trousers, and then I'm adding that bit of messiness sort of back in with the Converse. But if we want to play with the color true to the photo, then this would look sick too.
I feel like your Converse will be the winner because I love how you just described like you're bringing back in that undoneness with the Converse now that I think about it. In the end, I actually decided to swap out the linen shorts for my denim shorts and the dainty slingbacks for a flat that has a little bit more weight to it. The reason is because that sweater is just so heavy. It's not like a fine or delicate knit, and it's very athletic looking, so it was too much of like a mishmash of styles when I had the slingbacks and the linen shorts. This seems a lot more evenly balanced from a fabric and texture perspective, as well as just like an overall style vibe. I think the purse adds a little bit of like glam, and the rest of it is more casual and easy. This look, I was shocked that you were like, yeah, let's do it. I feel like this is a very big departure from your style. So I'm so curious. A, what was your first reaction to this? Like, what made you be like, no, like, I'm gonna try it? Was it because you want to see how you will personalize it, or?
Look at this photo. If you guys follow me or know me at all, I have zero pattern in my wardrobe. I think like the closest thing to patterns I have is a check blazer. Very little color. I know what I like. It's maybe boring to some people, but it's what I love. So definitely don't have any pants like this, especially. They're very cool, very statement, very loud. I actually really like them. I think this perfectly illustrates how you don't need to walk away from inspiration or an outfit just because you don't have something like that. So what I'm really taking from this outfit is like the colors and kind of what I can grab from my wardrobe. It's the color palettes and the tones that I'm really going to be experimenting with here within my own style.
Amazing. Oh, yeah. I love how you said that so succinctly. And I was also wondering, like, you took using the color and the print, like, is this a look that you would have looked at and been like, no, not only because you don't have the pieces, but also because it's not necessarily your own aesthetic?
Yeah, I would have gone right by this. So
okay.
Like on my Pinterest board, I don't think I would have pinned it, to be honest, but this is why I really like this challenge, because you're throwing something at me that I probably wouldn't look twice at this outfit, because I know that I don't really wear patterns. Like, it's nothing really that catches my eye right away. What I really liked about this is like the challenge of like, how can I make this work, you know, without having to go buy something to make it the exact same, without playing copycat. You can really have a lot of fun being creative, and really, I think the key is challenging yourself to using inspiration that you may not have thought about. So
Totally.
you're pushing me with this one. And
Yay! Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay. I love it. I guess for me, it's also a bit of a departure for me too. But I think like you, I liked how everything felt flowy and easy still. I'm not a huge print person either, but I like how she toned down the print with like just a simple black blouse. And I also liked the cohesiveness between the bag and the pants. I thought that was kind of, again, like, it makes everything feel, even though she's got print and like big glasses, it makes everything feel quite harmonious. And like, she's got a really chill shoe. It almost looks like a flip-flop of some sort. So I have these just like black trousers. They're a little bit more corporate. They're not as beachy and easy. I have two options for the top. These are my pajamas.
It does not look like PJs to me. That's amazing.
They're this beautiful real silk. They've got a print. If I can do the little knot at the waist, but they're quite baggy, so I might just do a little half tuck and see how that works out.
I'm so into this. That is not what I was expecting to see. I love it.
Good job. The other option was my silk secondhand, but like, this feels way too corporate if I were to wear it with those trousers.
I really like how you're not necessarily fixated or stuck on the pattern having to be in the pant. That definitely makes it more statement-y, but I feel like it's easier to style on top than bottom.
Yeah.
More versatile.
And I think if you don't have any print in your wardrobe, you could add just like a printed scarf or something like that, right?
That.
Like, and then like, I'm just gonna use flip-flops. Looks like she's wearing no shoes at all. So that's what I'm gonna try. And then sunnies, round.
Oh, those
I like
are
her
sick.
rounded sunnies.
So I have this pair of, they're like a camel color, high-waisted, neutral trouser. It's the only pair of pants like this that I have, that I kept, that survived the declutters, and very my style in like the pleating and nice and high-waisted. I don't have any pattern, but I have the color combination, so that's kind of what I'm working with. I have a black button-up, but I just felt like it would be too heavy with this look. So I actually decided to take this like knit bralette crop top, sort of playing with the proportions that way, because these are quite high-waisted. Because it's me, I'm just gonna go over top. Definitely a departure from the inspiration photo, but for me, it's the color combinations. And then for boots, these are new. They're just like a cool square toe boot. I don't know, I have to try it. Or like maybe a flat, I don't know. If I had like a pointy toe flat, I feel like it might work better, but.
Interpreted this as you have, taking elements from a look that is completely not so much your aesthetic or even close to pieces that you have in your closet and really made it your own. It's the whole like point of why we do these things. So good. Amazing. Oh, okay, Christina, so you still do these like recreating like mindful spending videos, and this is a really great incorporation of mindful spending, right, on your channel. And I also like how you have that still finding confidence in your own personal style without like going broke for fashion and things like that. So everyone, I will leave again all of Christina's information in the description box below, and we've got a really cool video on her channel where we're styling some of her pieces, some of her more like maybe items, which is really fun. Yes. You have such a great closet, and I think you have such a great focus on your personal, like I think, would you say that you feel like you've figured out your personal style? Like, is it easier for you now to be like, no, not this, like this isn't me, or are you still swayed by trends?
I think I feel pretty solid within my personal style. I think the only thing that I am really trying to navigate now is just like buying too much of the same thing or feeling tempted to do that, right? I think it's really important to experiment with your style the way we did today, and just having that balance between like what feels like me versus what can I have some fun with, what can I think outside of the box with. So I think it's really striking that balance and that harmony with it. It's kind of a dance.
Yeah. Oh gosh, thank you so much for doing this with me today. And Minimalist-ish, I can't wait to see what you do with this website. I know you have some cool educational things perhaps coming.
But thank you so much for having me. I'm honored to be here, and I'm so glad we finally got to make it happen.
Same. I hope everyone enjoyed today's video. Please go find Christina on all of her platforms as well as her video on YouTube. Christina, like, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Much love.
Hearts.
Thanks for being here.
Love.
Big hearts. Love.
Good
Canada to Portugal.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.